Good morning, I'm Kirby.
I'm Dana.
From KJF-TravelAdventures. We're on day 3 of our 4-day Carnival Elation cruise, and we are almost at Princess Cay. So that's a ship tender port, so we'll get close and then they'll drop anchor, and then we'll take a little boat there. It's 7 a.m. We're gonna
7:12.
7:12. We're gonna go pick up our sticker so we can get off this boat onto the little boat onto the island quickly. But first, breakfast. Let's go.
If you are not booked on a shore excursion through the ship, you must pick up a numbered tender zone ticket. You will find the time and location of the ticket distribution in the What's Happening section on the Carnival Hub app, and then listen for your zone number to be called by the ship-wide announcement. When you arrive at Princess Cay, there are 2 beach options. Go to the right and up and over the stairs for the south section of the beach. The entrance to this section is not so obvious, therefore it is usually a quieter section of the beach. There is a lunch buffet pavilion on this side, but it was not open when we were there, so we assume that it is only open when it's busy. There is a bar located on this side that was open. There's a beach volleyball court, a basketball court, as well as restrooms. The main beach is to the left of where the tender docks. There are lockers to rent on the dock, as well as a first aid station. There are clamshell pop-ups by the water that can be rented. There are plenty of chair options, and under the metal pagodas provide shade at no additional charge. There are also small shops on this side that rent inflatable tubes and snorkel gear. Pelican's Perch is a small children's area with a dedicated lifeguard. The lunch buffet is served in the Grill Crazy Barbecue Pavilion. There is a capacity to run 4 buffet lines, but they were only running 2 on our visit. There were multiple places to rent small lockers on the island, but we used a water-resistant chair locker. Check out our video on cruise packing tips for more info. There are many small cabanas you can rent that appear to have air conditioning and come with 2 or more sun loungers. There is also an exclusive section at the end of the beach called the Sanctuary, but you can only access it if you have rented a Sanctuary bungalow.
And we're back from Princess Cay. It's like lunchtime, a little bit after lunchtime. Thoughts?
So, I want it to be better. We were the first group of guests over, our first tender boat. We approached the chairs we were thinking about taking, and there's food all over them.
Like
a big
from the last boat 2 days ago.
Who knows? And we saw like used towels from several days ago, and just kind of an ick factor right off the bat. We eventually found some chairs that were under
like a metal kind of pagoda almost.
Yeah, a shady spot.
Shady spot, yeah.
I understand that we are outside, but there was clearly like, I'm guessing a rodent feces all over the place. I know we're outside and overnight.
Right.
So, but still a little bit.
Yeah. Ick. Not a great first impression then.
Right. So we just bucked up and
yep.
we're like, we're going to get in the water. So we got in the water. I'm not a swimmer. So I got into like my knees, and then Kirby did some snorkeling that was really cool.
Yeah, there were a couple places that were good, and then I went down to like a very narrow entry that was mostly like rocks and coral that had some really good snorkeling. You need to be a decent swimmer. It was rocky and it was wavy today, so maybe if it's calmer it would be easier, but you have to be a decent swimmer to get out to that, like to kind of fight the waves for snorkeling. So but there was some good, I'm sure you've seen it by now,
seen it.
snorkel footage. Yeah. And
it was
we should have,
lunchtime.
well, no, before we should have counted how many times someone asked us if we wanted a drink.
Oh yeah, true.
It's Carnival. It's the Carnival like bartenders and pool servers, but like.
And because it's Princess's private island, and Princess is a part of Carnival, but it's not like the same register POS system. I'm guessing that's why they can't do that. So it's like if you have Cheers package,
right, you can't use Cheers or bottomless bubbles. But I mean, they asked us probably once every 2 minutes if we needed something from the bar. Yeah.
And I get that our ship is not full by any means.
But still.
And so there's probably a lot of roaming wait staff that just need something to do. But it was a lot.
Yeah. And then it was lunch.
Maybe if we had been the first at the buffet. Maybe. But everything is just a little like icky.
Yeah.
Like
we had like 2 bites of everything, and then we were like
nothing tasted great. But also, as you're walking down the strip, there's like flies everywhere.
Yeah,
it's all self-service, which is also a little bit icky still for us. We're still possibly a little bit more cautious than other folks.
Yeah.
We live in a very it was very COVID-y where we live, so we're maybe a little bit more timid. But
but even if it was just the food was not. It's included because it's like from the ship, and it was burgers and hot dogs. It just wasn't very good. So we're
like burnt to death burgers.
Yeah, we're probably gonna go get some pizza or something else. So, and probably hang out on Serenity for a bit. So, all right.
I mean, it is a free beach day.
Right. We didn't spend a cent.
So we didn't.
Yep.
Yeah. You know what I mean?
Yeah. It was free, so can't really argue that much. But it could have been better. Yeah, definitely. Good evening. It's dinner time. I was gonna say I promise we do more than just eat, but no, we mostly just eat on the cruises.
I'm hungry.
Yeah. dinner time, and then it's the showdown and love and marriage tonight. So we'll probably do that, and then there's a mega deck party, and I'm not even going to tell you we might go to that because we aren't going to go to that. It's at like 10:30. It's way past my bedtime. So let's go to dinner. So we already went to dinner. You've seen that. It's like an hour later?
It's 8:30.
It's 8:30. We got second dinner? So room service is mostly included. Most of the menu was not an additional charge. There were a couple items like some wings and chicken tenders and things like that. Still eating that are an additional charge, but excuse me, mostly free. And then it's recommended that you tip the delivery person. And I don't remember doing this when I've ordered room service before, but there was a check that I could sign to leave a tip, like charge to the room, but I had a couple singles, so I tipped them in cash. Same thing for breakfast. They have the door hangy things you can pre-order. We've done that for tomorrow morning breakfast, where most of that is included, and there's a couple upcharges for like fancy hot meals. So do you have anything else to say while you eat your chips over there? No.
We can show you the breakfast room
Yeah,
thing.
I'll put that next.